So guys, welcome back again. In the previous session, we had stopped at seeing how we get positive ions and the negative ones. Now, in the next part, we are going to look at the Iupac nomenclature for the cations, anions, and the salts. So, as we should know what Iupac is, this is worth knowing. I stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is the union that coordinates or that is in charge of all the chemistry that is disseminated to the population. So whatever we teach you is approved and agreed upon by this union. So I've told you Iupac means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Now we are going to see what the union imposes on us when it comes to nomenclature. When I say nomenclature, nomenclature comes from the word nomen. Nomen. Nomen, the Latin meaning of nomen is naming or name. So nomenclature is a culture. The word nomenclature is a Latin derivative of culture. So the word nomenclature means the culture of naming. This means the culture of giving names or naming. So this means that we are looking at the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry culture of naming for cations, anions, and salts. That is what this subunit is all about. So this is what is going to happen under here. Oh, now having known that Iupac stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, it is worth knowing what it says. Now, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry says that when we are naming anions, cations, and salts, we should come up with names that are not ambiguous. We shouldn't come up with ambiguous names. So we need an unambiguous thing, something that is not easy to understand. For example, you are in Uganda, and let's say this is a salt. Then in Uganda, people call it sodium chloride, assuming that is the name in Uganda. When you go to the USA, then you find another name that is not sodium chloride. You might be confused. So to see that we have uniformity in science, this union is in charge of agreeing on the laws that should govern naming of cations, anions, and salts. Now, straight we shall begin with the naming of, we're going to name monoatomic anions. Let us begin with the naming monoatomic anions. Now when I say monoatomic anions, I mean ions or anions that have only one atom that makes them up. Now, The rule for naming monoatomic anions is that we add a suffix. We add a suffix "ide" on the word. For example, let us look at, let me give it in a tabular form. I'm going to give you this thing in a tabular form, and this will be the anion, and this is the name. Now, we have Mr. Hydrogen, who doubles as both a cation and an anion. Now, if we write the anion of hydrogen, it is 8-, and this one is called a hydride. So any compound that has the hydrogen as a cation, then that is a hydride. For example, you can say magnesium hydride. If they exist, that could be the name. Now, the next cation, anion, we are going to look at is this of carbon, and it is called a carbide. Carbide. We are saying from carbon, we remove the last letters and we add the "ide." If we look at something like bromine, and then these ones, we shall call them bromide ions. If it is chlorine, then these are called chloride ions. If we talk of silicon, then this is silicide. If I talk of iodine, we shall call them iodide ions. If we talk of fluorine, then these are called fluoride ions. If we talk of nitrogen, and please, the negative means the number of electrons it accepts from an electron-rich species. This is nitride. Is there anything that we have left? If we look at oxygen, this is an oxide. That would be an oxide. So guys, this is the culture, or this is the symbol principle that we follow when we are naming monoatomic anions. We said that when naming monatomic anions, we add the suffix "ide" on the name of the atoms that are there. For example, when we have hydrogen, we are saying it is a hydride. When it is carbon, it is a carbide. When it is a bromine, this is a bromide. When it is chlorine, it's a chloride. When it is silicon, it is a silicide. When it is iodine, then they are iodide ions. If it is fluorine, those are fluoride ions. If it is nitrogen, those are nitride ions. If it is if it is oxygen, then we talk of oxide ions. So please always have it in mind that Iupac, I will repeat, Iupac stands for International Union of Pure, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is what we call Iupac. It is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So guys, let's say this is done. So in the next video, we are going to see how do we name monatomic cations. Therefore, let us stop here. We shall pick from naming of monatomic cations. Thank you.